is just too peaceful. Too much of peace is not nice. Sometimes always be,
Sometimes fight
violence is necessary.
And therein, right there, is the problem with Nigerians. That right there is the problem many, many countries have with Nigerians. Hi everyone, welcome to Amagan Observer. Today I wanted to delve into the video of this Jarvis, she calls herself, who has come to Ghana and is just choosing to insult Ghanaians in our own space. In the first few seconds, she mentioned Ghanaians are too peaceful, sometimes violence is needed. And then the companion, who should have some sense, is also egging her on. Fight, fight. And it's almost like when you go into someone's home, and in this case, she rudely invited herself. She wasn't even invited to Ghana. So you rudely impose yourself on someone and then start belittling and insulting. And you just don't get it. And I've come to the conclusion, Ghanaians are just different. Our training does not allow us, or our home training, and this is called lack of home training, because you don't put yourself in someone's home and then insult them. It's a no, no, no. So then this will go to who are the people training the younger people, because a lot of people are online saying, oh, these are young, because her boyfriend or so-called partner also came. I couldn't even comprehend what he was saying, so I'm not even going to deal with him. But people were saying, oh, they're young, they're young. So who are the elders in Nigeria training the younger ones? Because your politicians, even your politicians, sit and insult or belittle that you are Lamborghinis, and they are Toyotas. So your leaders insult your elders, don't train the upcoming generation. You have a huge problem. How are you going to enter someone's space, a space that you were not invited into, and then insult them? This is what you do. Because I was watching, it was beyond my understanding. I'm like, is this for real? If you have nothing good to say, be quiet. This has been a saying since time immemorial. If you have nothing nice to say, then don't open your mouth to say anything. But you do, and you could even see her discomfort. And I'll play the video again. You could see her discomfort, that she's in a space that she's not used to, the peacefulness. So they have to fill in that silence. They don't know how to be quiet when they're uncomfortable. Then they come up with that so-called nonsense banter. It's all banter. It's all banter. No. You grate on other people's nerves when you act like this. Most especially when you're in their space. No one has a problem if you're in Nigeria and you are misbehaving in Nigeria and insulting in Nigeria. But you don't come into people's houses. You don't come into people's spaces. You don't come into people's countries and insult them there. And then when you give it back to them. But I'm beginning to see that is the psyche of a nation which they have to deal with. And that's why you can't be tolerating in any country. Because basically you go into that space, you want them to conform. You want that space to conform to you. Instead of you assessing the temperature there, the feel of how the people are, you've come to Ghana and you say we are too peaceful. So why don't you adjust yourself and be quiet until you return to your Nigeria, where it's rowdy, noisy, and people do whatever they like and cannot handle peace and do whatever. But no, you are going to be in our country and insult us in our country and belittle us in our country. And this is what I've come to the notion, this is what, when you go into people's countries, you try and do. And the people at first are welcoming because, of course, that's human nature. Welcome a stranger, a guest, treat them well. But then when you continuously misbehave, you start grating on the people's nerves. And people are like, oh, no, we're not going to be able to handle you in here. You got to go back to where you came from. And at least now I see that a lot more people are coming out and speaking and trying to apologize. But this is so ingrained in you people. It's that those who apologize on the behalf of others, of these who don't know how to behave, are less than. Unfortunately, these loudmouth, uncouth people who don't know how to behave in other people's spaces are way more than those of you who are trying to now change the image of Nigeria. So let's watch and I'll be back to comment.
They fight. You don't give my money.
Everybody just too peaceful. Too much of peace is not nice. Sometimes always be,
Sometimes fight though.
It's necessary. Everybody's too mature. But maturity is not nice. Another thing I noticed, their workers are very serious compared to our Nigerian workers. Like their workers here, they're always on standby. They will not sit down. Before you will say attend to me, they're attending to you. But our side.
And it's a bit vex for customers.
Our side.
Our side.
I see.
You don't see where worker they change for customers. So you go beat you. It's a bit vex.
The food have not come.
Is it not nice?
It's just there. It's tasting like suya. What's up with the hype? Hype is too much. Is this the Ghana jollof? Yes. No, bro, come. Is this the Ghana jollof? Yo!
See, ask Kevin that wants
Not be what you they do. So, all this time, bro, come now. Have you tasted Nigerian jollof?
No, sir.
You ever tasted the Nigerian jollof?
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
But
god.
how is our jollof?
Is this the Ghana jollof?
Yes, please.
The almighty Ghana jollof I've been hearing about.
How does it taste like?
Like, is this the Ghana jollof?
Of course, sir.
How many out of 10?
I'm not gonna lie. The meats, like these things are,
The rishi.
the rishi are good.
Okay.
But
the
then the rice
rice
itself.
Yeah, stop eating it.
That's the thing, like
5/10.
5/10. You see? Me too. I would rate Ghana jollof 5/10. Nigerian jollof.
I can't lie to you.
way
Nigerian
better.
jollof is sweet, but
As I mentioned, even her body language and her facial expression showed her discomfort. But instead of taking it in and trying to figure it out, no, she has to speak and spew garbage from her mouth and insults. And in this instance, you have the Ghana flag around your neck. I don't know, maybe it was a Ghanaian celebration. But this need to always belittle. And then the companions, a Ghanaian will be like, be quiet, it's their food. If you don't like it, just push it to the side. But most Ghanaians, that's our behavior. This one is egging him on, just like in the first instance. Peacefulness is not good, fight. This one. So how do you rate it? So it's your psyche. There's something in you guys. And I'm not saying that don't be competitive, because that's, in this world, you have to be. But to be so pushy in a negative way, belittling, calling the waiter who has no choice but to be accommodating because of the position. It's almost like you're in a place of employment and you have to kind of suck up to your boss. They have no choice. Sometimes you don't have a choice. And when that person is in a vulnerable position, to use it against them, it tells so much about you Nigerians. That is sickening. And you really, really have to start dealing with it and correcting it. Because it's really unbecoming. It's wholly, wholly unbecoming. It's disgusting. The waiter has no choice but to smile and go along with you. If you are asking another person sitting there, another person at the restaurant, at another table, at a different table, that would be more equal footing. But then, as I said, this behavior right here starts affecting everyone else. I won't say few of you because there are so many of you who misbehave. Your misbehavior starts to affect every one of you.
What country do you come from? Countries?
Country.
Yeah.
I'm Nigerian.
Why did you start?
No, like it's cool innit, but like usually when I say that, like I get, like demon and all them things, and I don't have the energy.
No,
for that
you
today.
should.
Honest. I really, 100%. I do not blame South Africans for not taking to Nigerians, to be honest.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
I'd like to know
I
why.
am telling you, I have several times have put myself in their shoes. When you hear some of the things our brothers do, it just breaks my heart.
Okay.
It breaks my heart. Now, how do you explain to say, I am not like that? I've been stopped by the cops and immediately they just think negative once they find out that I'm Nigerian. And when I relate with them with respect, one of the questions they've often asked is, are you sure you're Nigerian? And one of the days I asked, I was like, okay, why are you asking
Those questions.
if I'm sure that I'm Nigerian? I said, because you guys are very rude. Says, unfortunately, your brothers are very rude. You know, even if I stop you and even if you have all your documents, it is my right and my duty to ask for them.
Yeah.
So, but when I ask for their documents, they start flipping and being angry, even when we want to. They've searched my car a few times. And I'm like, no, it's fine. You're doing your job. Search. I know you're not going to find anything. So search. Use whatever you want to do. You're doing your job. And I appreciate them for doing their jobs. And most times they find my CDs in my cars. They're like, is this you? Yeah, it's me. That's what I do. And, I would get talking and be like, are you sure you're Nigerian? So when you hear things like that, you would see that, okay, why be arrogant to someone who is doing his job?
True.
You Nigerians, I can't keep defending you people. It's not possible. This main character syndrome. What about you? It's too much. Listen, at first the jokes about Nigerians and Amapiano, Niger piano, Afro piano, it was all fun and games. But you people need to stop. Give South Africa what is theirs. Give South Africa what is theirs. We have Afro beats. We'll take our own. It is well. We're not competing with South Africa for, hey, make the best Amapiano. Come on, get out. Come on. Then you complain that people don't like us. You complain that people don't like us, but you want to go and do rubbish like this. Think about your life.
As I said, the rude and uncouth ones amongst you are making it hard for the rest of you. Because there's no way citizens of countries are going to tolerate this behavior in their space. And in the end, you have to move back to your country. You cannot share space and be so unlikable. It just doesn't work. And that explains what is taking place throughout the world. And the rest of the world cannot be wrong, with only Nigeria being right, which is what some of you come and try and explain, that everyone is against you for no reason. There is a reason. There's an absolute reason, and until you start trying to correct it, it's going to continue. And that's all I'm going to say about this. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for your continuing support. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.